So, what are we doing today? We are going to clean out the inside of the probe and hopefully get the main roll bar hoop welded in. So there's a couple things we got to do. First off, we have removed most of the interior, and you can see it's quite filthy. So we've got the vacuum here. What we're going to do is we're going to vacuum this out, clean all this up with the spray. And I know this is important because nobody likes to work in a pigsty, and dirt actually weighs something. So you know, you can get a couple pounds out of your car by just cleaning it. And so that's what we're going to do now. And then we will locate the base plates for the roll hoop and measure for it. And then we will cut the hoop. It's right there. It's too tall to fit in the car right now. It needs to be trimmed. We will cut it, mock it up, make sure it's in the right place. We will get it stood up and hopefully be able to locate the down bars. So inside wipe down as much as we can. So our next step is walk around here. Show you what we're going to do. So, base plates for the main hoop are going to go here in the same spot over there. And you can see we've got some wiring here. We need to get this out of the way temporarily. So we're going to snap these out of these things and pop this off the floor and either move it out of the way or zip tie it up here somewhere just to get it out of the way. And then we can locate the plate, make a template, trim it, we can grind the paint off and tack the plate down, and then we can measure for the hoop. So we couldn't bend it, so what we're going to do is we'll just cut it and weld it back together at a right angle in the car with my wonderful $150 Amazon plasma cutter. Everything's flexy bendy on this damn thing. Alright, so we got our plates in. Whoops, fell down. Alright, so we got this here. That's a hole for the seatbelt reel, which we're doing harnesses in here once the bar's in. So I took the 3 points out. I don't need them anymore. So that'll go up against that. That'll cover up that. Alright, I'll scoot this back a little. Put it there. Right here, we've got contour to the metal, so we'll need to notch this. We'll just cut this piece out here so we can weld. We'll just weld right along there, right? We'll not weld to that. So let me get my marker. So we just need to tack this in. We're not gonna finish weld it. We're just gonna tack it so it doesn't move. That way we can then remeasure for our bar. The light's already given up, so we're gonna. Guys in. Things set up in the bandsaw. We got our 5-inch mark here. We are right on it, and we've got the stop set up. Well, there's a gap there. Let's fix that stop. It's here. Oh, it's here. We're gonna snug this stop up against here, and what that'll let us do is, when we do the other side, we will cut exactly the same amount off. So, I don't know if you've ever seen a bandsaw work, but these things are pretty awesome. We've got the hoop in the car, and now we're going to test fit it. And remember, we intentionally cut it less than the 5 7/8 that we measured, just to make sure we didn't take too much off. And lo and behold, we're good, right? So at 5 7/8, it's not sliding up into place, which is what we wanted. We wanted to make sure we didn't cut too much off. So we're going to go back to the bandsaw and cut the other 7/8 of an inch off, because that's just eyeballing it. That's right where we're going to be, and then that will put that thing right up against the headliner, which is exactly where we want it to be, as close to the outer structure of the car as possible. Did the first door bar, got it cut off and beveled, measured it, used this door bar to just check fit for both sides, and we need our plates, we're right about here, right? So I'm going to actually want to do it along here. There's these pinch welds here, or plug welds, spot welds, sorry, that factory spot welds. This is right here, ties into the rear bumper support. So right under here, this is, especially with this divot, this is a really strong part of the car. So this is where we're going to tie in. What we're going to do is we actually got to set this plate. We're going to trim it here and line it up there, so we can just, and we're going to grind off along here. Actually, probably should go all the way over there, but we're not going to be able to do that. But we're going to grind in, put it here, here. Actually going to cut a couple gussets so we can fill in this channel. So we've got strength all the way across this joint, and then we got to do the exact same thing over on that side. The spare tire well being here kind of changes the geometry a bit, but I think we'll be able to copy the pattern. We'll have to just get some of this this sound deadening off out of the way. going through the substrate. That's okay. We'll hammer that down in a second. Let's do the other one. Let's turn this down a hair. Okay, so this is day 2 of the roll bar install, and what I did before we turned the camera on is I went ahead and came out here and I welded the plates into the car, and I welded the down bars to the main hoop. So we can go in and see what that looks like. The car's filthy from all the welding, but the plates are in, down bars welded all the way around. So what we're going to do now, before we put it up in place and tack it down to the plates, we're going to go ahead and paint the top of the bar that's going to be up against the headliner, and the outsides here, they're going to be up against the side of the interior, just to get the paint on them while we can still access it. Then we'll shove it back on the plates, and then we've got to measure for the height of the harness bar, which is kind of an ordeal. So that's what's up next. Okay, so the cage is in. It is done. Well, it's not really a cage, it's a roll bar. It's been painted. It tucks right up against the panels there. It looks great. We are fully welded all the way around. Some of the welds are boogery, some of them are not. One of those things. Very awkward positions to lay in to try and weld things. It was very strange. So, next step here is to clean this back up again. There's a lot of welding dust and residue and some overspray we'll need to clean up, and we'll clean that up and get the seats back in, and the rest of the interior panels will be repainted the same burgundy because some of them are kind of sun faded, like these have already been done. And then we wrestle the material or the panels back in, and new seats are on the way. So stay tuned. If you like what you're seeing, where's the light on my face? Does it work? If you like what you're seeing, hit like and subscribe. Alright, here we go. Well, that didn't work.